Hello, beautiful souls. This is a reading for, pardon me. This is a reading for the sign of Cancer. My name is Liz, and this is Intuitive Connections with Liz. Um, I am I have been an evidential medium and psychic medium before I came to tarot. So, although the general knowledge of the tarot cards is in the background and the forefront, everything will be read from a psychic standpoint. All right, I feel like I'm being called to start with this. We're going to do the recent past, the present, and the near future from now until the end of 2025 for the sign of Cancer. Okay, so let me go ahead and clear the energy. You might want to mind your ears because I will be ringing a bell. It's quite loud. In 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, for the sign of Cancer, we're looking for the recent past, the present, and the near future for the sign of Cancer. We're looking for the recent past, the present, and the near future for the sign of Cancer. All spirit guides, ancestors, deities that are in the path of Cancer at this time, please bring in the best messages and guidance that can lead Cancer in the direction they need to go at this time from now until the end of 2025, and so it is. Let's get the recent past. Recent past for the sign of Cancer. Recent past for the sign of Cancer. We got the Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Cups reversed. Okay, let's get the present energy for the sign of Cancer. Present energy for the sign of Cancer. Present energy, we have Knight of Cups reversed. And let's get the near future. Near future. Alright, let's go ahead and define these. I think I want to stay with the same deck, which is unusual for me. I normally switch it up to define. Okay, let's get into the story. Alright, so for the recent past, we have Five of Cups reversed, acceptance and moving on, and then we have Ten of Pentacles, success. Okay, well, what else do we need to know? I'm just kidding. I will define that with a different deck. Do I? No, I don't. Okay. Spirit, can you define Ten of Pentacles? Well, if that was the recent past, why are we moving on and getting moody in the present energy? You got Eight of Swords reversed. So, you moved on from something in the recent past, and you found financial security. You moved on from something, found financial security, but for some reason you're having negative thoughts and self-limiting beliefs. If you have security and have why self-limiting beliefs, Spirit? Knight of Wands reversed. There's a delay. There was a delay after finding financial security. Well, the delay is because of your self-limiting beliefs. You delayed yourself in the recent past. So in the recent past, you moved on and found acceptance. And by doing that, you got the wealth you desired. But self-limiting beliefs has caused you a delay in the recent past. And in the recent past, you were frustrated after that. In the recent past, you were, okay, it's the frustration because of a disagreement from a bully or someone that's done something wrong. Somebody did something wrong to you. You moved on. you found your abundance you found abundance, you moved on and found abundance, but then you, I believe that's releasing negative thoughts. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry, I'm building the story. No, okay, you found abundance and some self-limiting beliefs. That's what it looks like. And then there's frustration because of having to, oh, I know what's happening. Okay. You had to move on from something for abundance, security, whether that be money or whatever it is in your life that you needed to find security in. I'm looking at this picture. For some reason, it's wanting me to look at this picture. It feels like you found abundance in a way that you felt you had to, but it may not have been in a way that you would have. It's like you felt like you needed to find abundance, and like there's an elder or someone in the back of your mind that makes you feel like you need to find abundance in this way. I'll show you why I think that. If you look in this picture, see the elderly gentleman in the back, and then see the couple talking in front of him, right? And it feels like this person is you, right? This person is in the back of your mind. Like, yeah, you found all that you wanted, your abundance, your security, but you did it not with yourself. You did it with the thoughts of someone in the back of your mind. You did it. That's what the frustration is. You tried to accept it, but you're frustrated. You're frustrated that you had to get abundance in that way. And that causes scattered energy and conflict. Okay, hopefully this makes sense to you. Let's move on to your present energy. So your present energy is moodiness. It's Knight of Cups in reverse. So it's disappointment and moodiness. Well, yeah, after all that, I guess so, but let's find out. So let's define Knight of Cups in reverse for the sign of Cancer, please. Okay. We got Death in reverse. Resistance to change. Felt like there was a flipper in there. Yep. Just keep going with present energy, please, for the sign of Cancer. Keep going with present energy for the sign of Cancer. One more. Oh, same. Okay. So let's build the story. The present energy, you're moody after having to go through all that, right? I would be too. But you have a resistance to change. Well, yeah, I would after that too. But there's a new project in your midst right now. A potential. You have a potential for something that you have passion over. Finally, you're letting go of the institutional or person behind you that was pushing you to get your abundance in this way. It was uncomfortable for you. Yeah, you had abundance, but that was uncomfortable for you, right? I don't know if you can see this. This was uncomfortable for you. You had abundance, but it's uncomfortable. And it caused you, after you had to defend yourself and you're trying to move on from this, your resistance to change, because geez, you've been through all that, but now all of a sudden what shows up? A new project shows up. Okay, and then you have Nine of Wands in reverse. So you're tired and you're exhausted and you're having to depend on yourself. Yeah, because you left these people behind. You're exhausted and there's still some betrayal hanging out in your head. Let's keep going with it. You got your passion though. You got your passion, right? But Nine of Wands in reverse, no longer having to defend yourself, but you're tired, right? And then at the betrayal, you're tired of the betrayal. Your passion is showing up, but you're tired of that betrayal. So that's what was keeping you stuck. What next? What next after the betrayal, Spirit, for Cancer? What next? Presently. What's next? Presently, what's next after the betrayal? I'm hearing go on to the future. Yeah, they won't do that. All right, so in your near future, you're tired of betrayal. That's your present energy. So in the near future, you have Four of Swords, and this is rest and renewal. So this is reflecting upon everything. You're tired of betrayal, but your passion's showing up right now. Right now, it's showing up right now. Where's it going in the near future? Well, they want you to rest for a moment. After all that, me too. Let's rest. Okay. For the sign of Cancer, define Four of Swords, please, Spirit. For the sign of Knight of Pentacles. I have never dropped half my deck like that before. Dropping it. I'm hearing drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop all this. Drop it. Rest. Drop it. Let's keep going with the near future. For the sign of Cancer, please, Spirit. I need to reshuffle these after they fell. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense, Cancer. You've been through a lot in the past little bit. You've been given the chance at things, but not in the way you want to. It reminds me of a kid that's forced to go to college when they would rather just go to art school, you know? It reminds me of that type of energy. All right, let's keep going with the near future for the sign of Cancer, Spirit, please. Keep going with the near future for the sign of Cancer, Spirit. Keep going with the near future for the sign of Cancer. Ha! These aren't working anymore. Oh. Wait. Okay. So the near future, rest and reflect upon all of this. Then you've got hard work and productivity. This passion that's starting right now, you need to rest right now in the near future. But right after that rest, productivity starts, planning starts, transition starts. Transition, but you're still carrying a little bit of unfinished business from back here. Can you give us more information, Spirit? What's this unfinished business? To keep courage, determination, that's the unfinished business. Queen of Wands, sitting in your passion, sweetie. Cancer, sitting in your passion. Working hard and planning. Is there any more? You're going to be determined after all this. Right now, you already have a passion in your mind. But you still are thinking about the trickery that was done to you. And then you got Page of Swords. But there's... Yeah. Yeah. You're going to get the mental energy to get this done in the near future. You're planning. Transition. Passion. Sitting in your passion. And in your truth. You have a thirst for knowledge with your passion, new ideas. It's like you become a new person. You're refreshed. You have new ideas, not new passion. It is your passion. You're grasping on to your passion, but new ways to do your passion. New ideas to make this passion come a reality. Okay, one more for Page of Swords, please. For the sign of Cancer. Ooh. Or whatever this is, we're going to take it. No, those don't feel right. I'm going to leave those there. I don't know why that came out. Why is all this coming out afterward? I'm so sorry. Let me think about this for a second. New ideas. Don't let yourself give up. You have an intuition, you know. This is about self-healing, seeking personal closure. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. Find closure for yourself. Listen to your intuition. Just don't overindulge. There's a chance of overindulgence and being exhausted. Don't get stuck in feeling like you have to defend yourself against the world. That's what this feels like. After all this, and I have been there. You know, when you have so many things happen to you, time after time after time again, then you're at the point you're like, well, geez, I got to defend myself. I got to defend myself against the world because it's coming from every direction. Don't let your energy get into our vices. Don't let your energy get into that. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition and your subconscious. You know. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. You don't have to be overly protective anymore. And definitely be careful about overindulgence, whether that be shopping, drinking, smoking, whatever that is. Don't, especially during this time of year, um, trust in yourself. And then just, I know this closure is hard back here, but in your future, don't let this come with you. You know what I would do? I would write out in a journal, like everyone does for the new year, what your plans are, and leave this stuff behind. Just grasp onto your passion and leave the rest of this behind. I'm going to grab you an oracle card from the Forest Spirits, and we're going to call that a reading. Yeah, a lot happened to you right back there. You had it. You had it, but you just didn't get it. Whatever this is, you didn't get it in the way that you wanted it. You got it in a way that someone told you to get it, and it wasn't done in the way that you wanted. Whatever that passion, job, relationship, whatever it is, it was someone was telling you to get it in a certain way, and you did. It was there for a moment, but it was uncomfortable. It didn't feel right? But the passion's still there right now. They're saying take a little bit of relief, rest, and then regroup and do your passion in your way, not for anyone else, for yourself. But you definitely have to let this go. And over the holiday season, let's not spend too much, let's not drink too much, let's not smoke too much, let's not get involved in all that. Let's just keep building up yourself, you know? And after the holiday season, with a lot of hard work, your passion is coming into fruition. It feels like this card wants to come out. Divine Nature. Your love and wisdom help you overcome your limitations and reach a higher level. I'll show it to you. Nature Spirit. Your love and wisdom help you overcome your limitations and reach a higher level. That makes total sense. Do not do what you want to do the way that others want you to do it. Leave that behind. Do it. Be you. Be you. Grab your passion in your way and build it in your way. It may take a little longer. You may have to rest a little bit to knock off the energy of what has just happened to you, but your passion is still there right now. And with hard work, it's going to happen, sweetie. All right, I hope this helps, Cancer. I enjoyed this reading, and I will see you after the new year. Much love. See you soon.